Hey guys, I'm often asked about books, strength and conditioning books. So we've got an intern that's going to be starting at the Underground Strength Gym. I'm going to show you some of the books that I'm giving him 2 weeks before he has to start. Plus, I've got podcast recommendations for him. He'll be listening to Power Athlete, The Barbell Life, the Westside Barbell Podcast, and of course, the Strong Life Podcast. He's also going to have to dig up. I just like the way Louis writes with attacking weak areas, building athleticism. Some of the books are upstairs in my room, but I'm going to give him stuff here. And let's go through some of the books I'm going to give him. Ultimate Athleticism. So here are the books that we have. Sorry, got cut off. Ultimate Athleticism by Max Schenk. Super important because we want our athletes not just to be strong, but they got to be agile, mobile, and hostile. The Keys to Progress is critical when you're training young athletes because they don't follow through. So you're constantly on them with their nutrition, with their mobility. Are you doing calisthenics at home? Drinking whole milk, eating like a Mack truck, circuit training for all sports. Really, any of these books by this company, sports book publishers, are great. I think I've got a couple more of them around here. Strength, Speed, and Endurance for Athletes. A lot of my books that I've been reading are kind of floating around through the house. Sorry again, another goddamn phone call. I like keeping it real. I'm not going to edit this shit. We got my buddy Josh Bryant and his partner Adam. A lot of great sample workouts in these books. And really, what happens is we program workouts for our athletes, but then they come in perhaps extra. So what we do is we got to program extra workouts based on their weak areas. Very much like the Westside method, even though we're not powerlifters, they attack the weak areas to build better athletes, to build better powerlifters. They train a lot of sport athletes, so we got to have this knowledge. Of course, you got to have Jim Wendler's 531 in there. The knowledge of mobility is crucial. So not only will our intern be reading Kelly Starrett's Supple Leopard book, but he's got to study his videos. He's going to have to go to his YouTube channel because the common issues we see with athletes are hips, ankles. We'll have him looking at Donnie Thompson's YouTube videos with a lot of the prehab, rehab. Even though we're not physical therapists, it's like we stay in our lane, but you've got to have a basic knowledge of helping these kids because they move like shit. They'll also be reading. I'm working with the guys from Resilient Physical Therapy. They're based out of New York City. Those guys are working on me. They're tremendous. So he'll be studying their stuff. This book is just a must-have for my friend and mentor, Marty Gallagher, The Purposeful Primitive. This book, a lot of people say it's written poorly. I think that it's written great because Louis talks in stories. He talks about how this athlete got stronger and it's like individualized. So I want the intern to be able to think for himself, and I think that's a huge thing with Louis' stuff. It teaches you how to think for yourself. We've got Facts and Fallacies of Fitness, which I like a little bit more than super training, just because super training, if you're not ready for it, your brain will explode. So I want him to kind of be able to, this is almost like a coffee book. You could flip it open to any page. Now, this is not an end-all, be-all. You must always be a white belt. You're always reading, learning. So he'll be reading up and listening to podcasts. With Marty Gallagher, he's going to have access to the Underground Strength Academy, undergroundstrengthcoach.com. I've got a lot of interviews in there. Louis Simmons, Marty Gallagher, Jeff Martone, Eric Cressy, Mike Robertson. There's a lot of stuff in there I don't release to the public because I want people to value it more. People don't value everything that's free. We'll be digging into a lot of Dan John stuff, Charlie Francis materials. It's going to be a tough internship. That's just the bottom line. So I'm going to have him digging in, learning. This is just some of the stuff he'll be doing, learning as an intern, and that's it, guys. Go to undergroundstrength.tv. That's zachevnish.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Just hit the Start Here tab, and strength coaches go to undergroundbizjournal.com. If you're here on YouTube, hit the links below. It's all set up for you guys. I make it easy. Talk to you soon. Peace.